guys. Just let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. I'm going to wait to say anything because last time I didn't and I was talking for a good minute. So I'm going to wait, let the stream load, and hopefully you guys can hear me. Good. I see Sky Z saying I can hear you. Good morning, Sky. Hey, crazy mama. Yes, hashtag where is Lucian Munguia. And good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for being here with me on a Sunday. You guys know I normally don't go live on a weekend, but I know I enjoyed last Sunday with you guys. I think it was last Sunday. It was a very casual coffee chat we had. We covered Quentin's case last Sunday, and I thought, you know what, since I have a really busy week with my real life this week, and then also I already have schedules for live stream set, I thought I don't want another day to go by without talking about this case with you guys. So I thought I would come on here for like an hour. So I appreciate anybody who, takes away from their Sunday and just spends it with me today, whether you're cleaning, put those earphones on, you're working out, put your earphones on, or you're actually participating in chat. I want to thank you guys. So let me say hi to some of you before we get started. I see Crazy Hillbilly. That's a cool name. And then we got Rose. Rose says, can't get to the emoji. Oh, you can't get to the emojis right now? Why not? I need to make new emojis, you guys. Thank you, Crazy Mom, for that compliment. This is when I actually take the time to put lashes on and do my hair and full on makeup, which you guys never see because it takes a while. Not a while, but I don't got time to do all that makeup for my live streams. Thank you, Deborah, for becoming a new member and joining the family. I'm going to give her a big welcome. Thank you so much for choosing my channel. Hey, Izzy, how are you doing today? So you guys already know I'm coming to you live from sunny Arizona. Believe it or not, we're at 65 degrees today. It says cloudy. Remember last live, I was like, oh my gosh, we are stuck in the 80s. Can I please get any lower? So we're at 65, but it's not that cool though. It's still kind of like, eh. So let me know where you guys are from. And anybody else, I hope I didn't miss anybody else that came in. Let's see, we have Grateful Ed in the house. We have Moondance. Hey, Jen, good morning. How are you doing? Julie, how are you doing today? Fun fact, my middle name is Julie. Hey, Laced in Perfume. What a dope name. I like that. What's your favorite perfume? Mine is Issey Miyake. It's the only one I mess with. Hi, Ronnie. How are you doing today? What did you miss, love? The real Brenda. I like that. That means that there's some fake Brendas out there, you guys. We need to know. Good morning to you. Professional, paranormal. Oh my gosh. I'm just having my coffee, guys. How are you doing today? And anybody else I missed in the chat that came in. Also, a big hello to people that don't participate in the chat, that just watch the channel from afar, but still, support me here. Thank you. And then, of course, my replay gang. Hello to you guys. You guys always come in strong. And then anybody that is new, welcome. Let us know you're new. Get in the chat here at the channel. We go over the facts, then we theorize and speculate, and I let you guys go on with your merry way. Hey, Roxanne, good morning. We got Sweet Pea in the house. Sweet Pea, did you have a good birthday? You better say you had a good birthday, girl. And hi, Jessie. How are you doing? She says, crazy crime chick. I don't know if you watch other people, but level-headed, talks to Lucian's family and covers this, and so does Sluggish Sleuth. No, I don't. Usually when I'm covering a case, I try not to watch other channels that cover the case unless they have interviews that from a family member or a friend regarding the case I'm covering, because I don't like, it depends who it is though, because there are certain channels that are my crew that I watch. But I try not to, just because I don't like, their theories or, their thoughts to kind of like cloud. But I'm definitely going to check it out since you said that they do talk to the family. Thank you for letting me know early on, because I do know this case pretty well. We're talking about, I did make a video on this. Lucian went missing on September 10th. I can't remember when I uploaded that video. I don't know if it was the day or next day or a few days later, but I don't know. When I learned about this case, I immediately gravitated to it. And I don't know, you guys may not know this case too well. I do, and I am emotionally attached already. You can ask Scott if he ends up tuning in today. This is a case that I just end up, that's why I'm not on camera, because I don't want to get emotional since I have been following this one. And I am in the Facebook group that the family runs. It's a big Facebook group. I will share that information in a bit. And, you know, I do look for updates, and I just cannot believe that he is still missing. Still, there's no sign of him. Now, I do have a video, like I said, I uploaded it. So if you want to just learn about the case, check that out. I already have it linked in the description for this live stream, because today I am going to go over pretty much the same information. There is one video I'm going to start off with that goes over the most recent stuff, but unfortunately with this case there is nothing breaking or nothing really new from, you know, law enforcement with, unfortunately. So today I just kind of wanted to come on here and just, you know, spread awareness and show his face and share his name and just keep him out there, because you know he's still missing. So again, if you don't want to hear me interacting with my chat and you just want to learn the case, check that out. It is linked in the description box. How many of you guys know this case? Put a 1 if you do. This is going to be 4-year-old Lucian Munguia. I hope I'm saying his last name correctly. We shall see once I play the video. And then I see we got a new member. Let me see, who is it? Did we get another new member? Let me see. I'm so behind in comments, you guys. Give me a second. You just turned 21. I'm 21. Love you too much. Why did I think it said 21? 41. Well, happy late birthday. I hope you had a good birthday. 41. Wow. Well, I will be turning, believe it or not, 44 January 1st. So my birthday is around the corner. So when you guys are all celebrating New Year's, you better think of me. You better think of me. Crazy mama, crazy Julie, crime chick. I like it. Deborah, I'm so glad you found us here too at the channel. Gucci. Hold on. And did I say hi to Roxanne? I don't know if I did. Apple of his eye. Hello. Good morning. Good to see you here again. Oh, okay. So let's see. My name actually words pled for lyrics of a bad I used to listen to all the time, from autumn to ashes, but I do like perfume too. Oh, okay. I thought it was because you like perfume. Hey, we got Delana in the house. I'm not sure what mods are here. I see Sweet Pea and Delana. I think Valerie went to bed pretty late, she said, so she might come in here a little late. So we shall see. Hey, Sugar, how you doing today? Malmax in the house. Barbara, we got the OG in the house. You guys always give Barbara love and respect. She's been with my channel. She was part of the first 500 subscribers here at my channel, and I will not kid you, I still know the 5 that were here with me from the very beginning. Some of them still pop in for some live streams. Some of them still pop in for a little comment, and it always makes me feel really good. So I'm seeing some 1s, some 2s. Some of you guys know this case. Jesse says 1111 and all the fish animals. Simple Thing says 1. Rose, you turned 35 yesterday? Happy birthday, Rose. You guys give Rose some love. She's a big supporter of the channel, and I really do appreciate her. Show her some love too. And Sweet Pea, she turned 53 on the 14th. Simple says, I have been asking creators to cover this. Finally, you picked it up. I actually, when he first went missing, I actually dropped a video. And like I said, it's just a video, and it goes over everything we're pretty much going to go into today. There's a couple of new things, nothing breaking, unfortunately, or anything like that. But I have been sharing, you know, the flyer and just his story on my community page. And I did see, when I searched his name, I did see Ikmal, that big creator. He did cover this, and I got to give him a little, shout out, because Ikmal, I hope I'm saying his name right, but he covers a lot of cases, you guys. I don't know how the dude does it. He is live almost every day, all day. He covers everything, big cases, small cases, cases that get no attention, cases that get much attention. He does live streams on chases. I'm like, bro, when do you freaking sleep and eat? But he did cover this case. So I was happy to see a huge creator like himself cover it. You got to get a mammogram, and did you get your results? And Crazy says she's being lazy right now. She's not tagging anybody. It's a lazy Sunday. And AP says happy birthday to everybody in chat that's been saying it's their birthday. We got Vicky Lane in the house. Oh, Jessie says that her son has autism, so this one hits home. What do you think? I'm going to go into, so how it's going to be today, I'm going to go over the facts with the case and just go over everything with you guys. I'm going to go over theories. We're going to go to Google Maps so you guys can have a better, vision of where he went missing. And then I will give you my thoughts somewhere in there. Yes, Barbara, we love you too, Barbara, and I always appreciate you just popping in whenever you can. Okay, so let me share a video with you guys, and this is going to be one of the most recent videos I can find with this case, and this gives the most information. I feel like everything else I'm going to be going over with you guys is going to be older information, because keep in mind that this adorable little child went missing back on September 10th. So it's been quite some time. We're already over 30 days. It's already been over a month that this child has been missing. And I'll go more into the details with it after I play this. So let me play this really quick. And where am I at?
As the days go by, it gets harder and harder every day.
Every parent's worst nightmare playing out in real time for a Yakima family. Their little boy has been missing for nearly a month now, but tonight they're still holding out hope. Good evening, I'm Tana Kelly. Tonight, the Yakima Police Department is scaling back its search efforts for 5-year-old Lucian Munguia, but his family isn't giving up. John Webb spoke with his aunt this afternoon and joins us now live in studio. John?
Yeah, good evening, Tana. His family is now offering a $10,000 reward.
Go by, it gets harder and harder every day.
Every parent's worst nightmare playing out in real time for a Yakima family. Their little boy has been missing for nearly a month now, but tonight they're still holding out hope. Good evening, I'm Tana Kelly. Tonight, the Yakima Police Department is scaling back its search efforts for 5-year-old Lucian Munguia, but his family isn't giving up. John Webb spoke with his aunt this afternoon and joins us now live in studio. John?
Yeah, good evening, Tana. His family is now offering a $10,000 reward for information that ultimately leads to the safe return of Lucian. His family's taking one day at a time, all they can do, according to his aunt, Sarah Bailey.
I think that the hope is the only thing we have to hold on to. So it's something that even, as the days go by, it gets harder and harder every day.
Now 30 days since Lucian was last seen in the Yakima Greenway.
Search and rescue teams from all over the state that came in to help look for Lucian.
But still no sign of the 5-year-old boy, even with assistance from the FBI. We're told that Lucian has autism and has a strong interest in nautical-related items, including the ocean.
Wow!
The park he was at when he went missing has a lake nearby, which is the direction in which Yakima police believe he may have gone.
The FBI is now involved, and they had their search and rescue team go into the water, and They can't say it's 100% unless they drain the lake, but they're pretty positive he's not in that water.
Just 5 days ago, Lucian turned 5 years old, a birthday his family will never forget. They held a candlelight vigil last Wednesday at the park he went missing at.
Wrap your arms around him, remind him he's not been forsaken. We miss him. Yes. We miss him.
With 30 days on the books and time ticking, his aunt says they're hopeful they can bring the sweet and loving little boy they know back home.
You know, as the days go by, it gets harder and harder every day. Just thinking that we are going to bring him home one day, but it's our faith in that is all we can hold on to. So we are very hopeful that he is out there and we will see him again.
And that hope has blown up on social media as well. This is the Finding Lucian Facebook page. And as you can see, over 8,000 people have followed the page. They're actively posting on there as well. Lucian is 4 feet tall, 40 pounds with black hair and brown eyes. If you see him, you're asked to contact your local police department.
So if anybody wants to join the Facebook group, I'm going to leave it right here on the screen really quick. It's called Finding Lucian. Now, I do want to say this is run by the family, so just keep that in mind. I always tell you guys, you know, when you join a family Facebook for a person or a child that is missing, there is not really, they don't allow any, you know, speculation or theories about the family whatsoever. Your post will not get approved. So that group is really about, like, you know, they're sharing the flyers on there. They're sharing any information from law enforcement. It is very active, actually. I was just on there today. So it is a very active still group. It goes over if you want to help with searching, or, you know, they give you all that information there. So if you want to go ahead and find them on Facebook, it is Finding Lucian again. There is other groups that, you know, allow speculation and theories. You guys can see them too. Check those out. You'll just type his name in the search and all the groups will pop and hit group, and all the groups for him will pop up. Now, again, everybody that is coming in, we are talking about, now on the flyers, it does say he is 5. That's because he just had a birthday. But I don't know, I always feel strange with all of that, like saying that he's 5 now, because he wasn't here for the 5th birthday. We don't know what happened to him. Let me show you guys a picture and his little voice. I don't know how many times I listened to that recording just to hear his voice. It is just so precious. Let me show you guys some pictures of him really quick. And I do have my dog outside, so you're probably going to hear him barking away. This is Lucian right here. He's asleep with his little puppy. Let me see what I got for you guys. This is another photo. You can see he has a lot of photos of, there's a lot of photos of him with sharks. He loves sea life, loves sea life. And I'm going to go and read an article in a bit, and I'm going to go over just a little bit about him. I mean, just look at him. And I do want to say something right now really quick before I even really start anything. I always share his photo on my community, and one of the photos that you see a lot is this one that's on the flyer. Yes, he has a pacifier in his mouth, and you know, there were a couple of comments where people were like, oh my gosh, why does he have a pacifier? Just, you know, and I just want to say, you guys, that is not the issue here with this case. And I'm trying to say this really nicely. We have a missing child right now, and I mean, if you're really taking the time to notice a pacifier in his mouth at his age, and if that's a problem for you, where you literally have to take the time to type out some negative shit on my community, I'm just going forward. I won't block you over it, but you know, that's not the issue here, and I don't think that matters. And then someone had shared on the community that their son is also on the autism spectrum, and sometimes a pacifier, it helps soothe them. So I just want to thank that person for commenting that on the community and sharing that knowledge with us, because I had no idea that sometimes a pacifier can help soothe them. So, you know, let's educate ourselves a little bit more before we write some comments like, why is he, you know, what's wrong with the parents? Why does he have a pacifier in his mouth that for, you know? Let's just educate ourselves. So again, I don't remember who wrote that. It's still there, that you know, just told us that, you know, their child is on the autism spectrum, and they, you know, it helps soothe them. So again, let's just educate ourselves a little bit with that. Crime says the pacifier doesn't matter. I agree. And his special needs. Angela's like, seriously? Yeah. Yeah, that's what someone also shared with us on my community. Sweet Pea says that her grandson chews everything. My 7-year-old is autistic, Linda says, and he still sucks his thumb when he is self-soothing. Yeah, and I appreciate you guys that have children on the autism spectrum. I do not. So I do appreciate you guys being here and educating us. All I can do is just read and learn about it, but you guys have firsthand with it. So again, I appreciate that person who shared that on the community and just educating us with that. Tiffany says that she lives 20 miles away and you're giving more information than my local news did. And Tiffany, this is something that I was really upset over yesterday. And I think that's why I was kind of emotional. I was talking to Scott. He's not here yet. I don't think he's going to be here today, but I text Scott right away and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm crying again over this case. And he's like, you don't even know him. And I'm like, I know, but I don't know. I think it's just the mom in me. And I just see his face and his photos and it just, how can you not get so like attached to this case? But, when I posted on my community, I seen people saying that they're from this area and they never even heard of this case. And it blew my mind. That's so upsetting to know that people aren't aware of it that are from this area. And again, this is 4-year-old Lucian Munguia from, and I hope I say this correctly, Yakima, Washington. So if you're from that area, the family is still conducting searches. Early on, let me see if I have a screenshot of it really quick. Oh, here's another one. I mean, you guys, look at him. Super cute. Look at him. You know what it is about him? I think I'm connecting so much to my 12-year-old. She's very tomboy. So she looks, people when she was little used to confuse her for a boy. I shit you not. And she was fair skin like this with the dark hair and the big brown eyes. So I think that's why I'm probably connecting. Now, these are his parents. This is Sandra and Jesse. Do you remember his dad's name? I'm so sorry. I don't remember his name. I think it's Juan, but I know the mom is named Sandra. Oh, here we go. So this is them. This is an older photo back in 21. So this is mom and dad. So you guys can get some insight. And I think this one says where it says. Okay, so this one goes over some of the searches. So more than 100 searches and rescuers began looking for Lucian after he disappeared, police said. And let me take that off the screen. There has been an enormous effort to try and locate Lucian, Police Chief Matthew Murray said. Now, the police determined Lucian left the playground alone and walked south and east toward multiple bodies of water, including a fast-moving river, a pond, and a lake, police said in a news release. Now, searchers then looked through the bodies of water and nearby areas using search dogs, kayaks, drones, underwater drones, boats, dive teams, helicopters. Now, there was a massive search when he went missing. So let me tell you guys a little bit about the day he would go missing. So it was September 10th, and I'm going to leave this photo up for us. It was September 10th, and I'm going to move some things around, sorry. And his dad, now this is something I'm still trying to get more information on, and I can't seem to get this answer no matter how hard I try. It's so weird, but maybe someone will know. Yeah, Juan. Thank you, Jesse. I couldn't remember. I could not, I can't get an answer for this, but September 10th, dad takes the kids to the park. It's Sarge Hubbard Park. And I'm not sure if mom was there. When I listened to her interview, I'm going to play that too. I don't get the feeling like she was there because of what we've learned from like law enforcement and everything and how the story is relayed to us. It doesn't seem like mom would be there, because if she was there, it kind of leaves her out in the whole scenario of what happened to him. So, hey, Mark. So on September 10th, dad takes the 3 kids to the park. Lucian has an older brother. I believe he's 6. Then there's Lucian, who is 4. And then there's a little sister. I believe she's either under 2 or around 2. Now, if I get anything wrong, please correct me, but I think I got the ages correct, because sometimes I'm really bad with the numbers with ages sometimes. So just let me know. Now, Dad takes the kids to the park. Again, I don't know if Mom was there. Now, and I said this in the video, I don't know if this happened immediately as they got there, but it is said that the 2 boys, they were playing on a hill. They love to go up the hill and kind of roll down the hill. And Dad parks right, he gets there, parks right in front of the playground. And I think I have a picture of the playground for you guys. Let me see what I have here. And I'm going to show you all these photos. Okay, yeah, here we go. So this is the playground. So playground is here. It's a small playground, and you guys will get a better visual when we look at Google Maps. But Dad said he parked right in front of the playground. So I'm assuming somewhere right here. Now, they get out, and, the boys are playing. They're playing on the hill. And let me see. So these are, I don't have it here, but there's hills all right here, okay? And they're playing on the hills. And then sometime in the sequence of events, then the little baby had to be changed, the little sister had to be changed. So the dad goes inside the car that he parked right in front of the playground, and he goes and he changed the little girl. Now, Mom does say in the interview, she says that Dad's the fastest, diaper changer. And I think she just says that because, a lot of people were questioning, why did he leave the children without being supervised? So I think that's why she makes that remark. But Dad goes in the vehicle and he changes the little girl. And then I guess when he gets out, Lucian is nowhere to be found. Now, like I said, there's an older brother. He's 6. I want to know, what did he say about everything about Lucian not being there? Because again, remember, he was playing with him and they were playing on a hill, rolling down the hill. Now, all of a sudden, Lucian is gone. So this happened about 7:15 p.m. and Dad spent about 15 minutes searching for him, and Lucian was just gone, like disappeared. Law enforcement then comes, and then this is where this massive search ends up happening. Lisa, yes. And I do feel really bad for the parents. I really, really do. Hey, Sluggish Sleuth. I believe someone said that you, yeah, okay, so family has spoken out on a channel. The mom was not there. On a channel or your channel, Sluggish? Someone had mentioned your name earlier, and I believe they say you know this case, so I do appreciate you being here. It is definitely a parent's nightmare. So that's kind of basically the story we've gotten. In my video I made for this case, I did ask, I wanted to know more of the sequence of events with the timeline. Did Dad just get there? Did they just start playing? Again, where was Mom during this whole thing? Was she there? Was she not there? Again, I don't think Mom was there. Level-headed did. Okay, Sluggish Sleuth, do you know if Mom was there at the playground? And I'll definitely have to check that out. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. So it looks like Sandra's the mom, you guys. She will be on his channel tomorrow, she believes. Okay, I'm going to have to check out. Mom was not there. Thank you. I've been trying. I have asked that question before in the group, and I didn't get it. People were just saying, I'm wondering the same thing. I didn't get an answer. So thank you. Mom was not there, which would make sense. Okay, so it was just Dad and the kids. Thank you. Hey, Teresa, thank you. She says Tara is doing this case. She's been helping. That's awesome. We need a lot of attention for this case. And again, you guys as my viewers, you guys can help this case out by just going to your favorite creator when they're live covering something and just let them know, can you cover this case, and put his name in the chat. And hopefully big creators start picking this up, because it has been over a month. Okay, let me give you a little backstory of this case. So I am going to be doing a little reading, you guys, and this is going to be coming from the Yakima Herald Republic. It was one of the articles that I read that had the most information with this case, so I'm going to go ahead and read that. Now, a little bit about Lucian. His family says he's independent, confident, capable, and extremely smart, they say. And I'm going to leave this right here, just a little cutie pie right here for you guys to see while I'm reading. Now, these are the traits described by his family that give them hope as they continue searching for the 4-year-old who has been missing from Yakima. And this is at Yakima. Hopefully I'm saying it right. And on the article it says for 2 weeks, but we know it's already been past 30 days, you guys. Now, Lucian was last seen September 10th walking across the parking lot of Sarge Hubbard Park and toward the Yakima River and other bodies of water. He was wearing blue shorts and a blue shirt with a shark on it. Now, this information, you guys, where it says that he was last seen walking across the parking lot of the park, this information is coming from law enforcement. They've done quite a few, they did a couple of interviews and press conferences, and I do have it in the video that I did upload. And they're the ones who let us know that they actually got surveillance of him walking away from the park alone. So I think it's very important for you guys to know that he was caught on camera walking away from the park alone. And that's coming from law enforcement. They didn't tell us where they got this video, so I don't know if that's coming from somebody who was there who captured him or if the park actually has cameras there. When I looked at Google Maps, I do think I see a camera. So again, though, they're stating they have surveillance of him walking away alone. Now, that's his life, sea life, his mother Sandra says. Now, they've been staying, the family has helped with the search. They've been there every day when he first went missing. And I was looking at the Facebook group. I don't know if they're still there right now conducting the searches, but I know for the longest time that family was there day and night because, you guys, believe it or not, law enforcement called off the search. I've seen different articles, but I've seen 4 days and I've seen 7 days. That after 4 or 7 days, law enforcement called off the search, which really, really upset me to know that they searched that short of a time. Now, I do want to say FBI did come in. They had, I believe it was like 2 divers in there after they had, law enforcement had their own divers in there. The FBI did get involved and they also searched the body of water out there. Now, again, Lucian, he's autistic. On every article I do see, it does say he's nonverbal, but his mom says he is verbal. He isn't able to have a conversation, but he can speak and communicate about the things he cares about, and it's mostly sea creatures. Now, he can name all sorts of sea creatures from fish to sharks to whales. He says echolocation, words some adults may have difficulty pronouncing, and he knows what they mean, his family says. He's extremely smart. It was his 3rd birthday, and it says that he had just opened a package of sea creatures, toys from his grandpa, when he said his first full sentence his mother, Sandra, remembers vividly. A beluga whale has echolocation was his first sentence he ever said on his 3rd birthday. How cute is that? Now, this with all things sea life has led his family to believe that in both humor and that he'll be a marine oh my gosh, I can't speak right now, by the age of 16. Can you guys hear the rain? It's kind of throwing me off. Can you guys hear the rain? It's raining now. Now, his capability and drive he has is amazing to see the passion he has as a 4-year-old, his aunt Amy Bailey said. She is one of the many family members from across the state who dropped everything to come be in Yakima with Sandra and his father, Juan, until the boy is found. And a lot of the family members have been very vocal on that Facebook group. And also, as we just watched the aunt in the video I just played for you guys. Now, a little about the search. Now, family members have been leading the search for Lucian since authorities pulled back their search about 4 days, this article said. 4 days, you guys. I've also seen 7, but 4 days after he went missing. Now, even though law enforcement law enforcement was there searching, right? And then after the 4th or 7th day, they called back on the search. And I watched a news clipping of this, and I'm not kidding. So law enforcement's all there. They have, their equipment, everything there. And then once the search was called off, it was like nobody. It was only left the family and the community who wanted to help with the search. They were left there to continue the search without having law enforcement to help them. I couldn't believe that. That kind of really upset me. Now, the family efforts include searching the area on foot, as well in rafts, kayaks, and other watercraft. They are passing out flyers throughout their community. They also, if you want to download it, again, they can assist with all of that in the Facebook group. If you want to meet up with any of the family members, you can message them on Facebook from the Facebook group. And they have stated you can meet up with them and you can pick up flyers if you want to pass them out also. So again, that's why I want you to share that Facebook group if you want to help out with any of that stuff. Sluggish Sleuth says the family said the cameras were found not working. Police need a new presser. So, but they did say they had surveillance of him. I'm looking at a comment, you guys. They did say they had surveillance of him walking away away from the parking lot. So I'm trying to understand your comment right there. I wish they would give a new update, but it doesn't seem like after the FBI was there not too long ago, it doesn't seem like they're there searching anymore. Jen says, I wonder if AWP can help search on the water. Well, the thing is, they were actually contacted early on for this case, but we know, you guys, they only do searches when it has a vehicle involved. They don't go searching just for possibly a body being in the water. It has to have a vehicle. And that was pretty much the response to whoever reached out to them, because that's probably one of the number one comments I see, questions I see. Can AWP help? But unfortunately, they only assist with vehicles being in the car. But I'm sure there's other organizations that can help with this. I'm going to look and see. I know there is. I just can't think of the name. Okay, so yes, so Sluggish, let me get to my StreamYard and see your comment. Let me see where it is. Okay, so Sluggish Sleuth said, they said that, so they did say they have surveillance of him walking away, but the family has said multiple times there is no footage. So what I think with that, though, is we know with cases that law enforcement isn't going to always release and give everything to the family. Law enforcement is going to keep a lot close to the vest. And I think the family is saying that because they have not seen the surveillance of it. But since law enforcement has come publicly and said it, that they have surveillance of him walking away, I'm going to believe them that they have that. I don't think they're lying. I do believe they have that, but I understand why the family is also saying that. It's probably because law enforcement has not shown them that for whatever reason. Law enforcement also said they will not let us know where that surveillance came from. So again, I don't know if that came from someone who was there. Was this from, a camera at the park? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think law enforcement's going to lie and say they have surveillance, because honestly, when I first looked at this case, one of the theories out there, people were quick, because in a lot of these cases, who do we look at? We look at the last person that was with the child. And so, of course, a lot of people were looking at dad because dad was last with him. And law enforcement did at first initially say there was no sign of Lucian even there at the park. And then later they came out with actually they had surveillance. And another thing, law enforcement has been very supportive to this family. and they have said they're looking at all avenues, of course, they always keep that open, but they have been supportive of the family, and they do have that one surveillance. So I do believe they have it. I don't think they're going to make that up, because if they didn't have it, I bet you they would probably be looking more at the family with this. And that, because of that surveillance, I do not have any suspicion towards the parents, to be honest with you. Oh my God, am I getting spammed right now, mods? Can you be on top of that? If they keep coming in here, I might have to switch to subscribers only. And I seen someone say, Tim Miller from Echo Search. Yeah, I don't know if they've been reached out, have been reached to, but isn't there an organization that helps with dealing with water? And I'm not talking about AWP. I know there's an organization that does. I just can't think of the name. I'm going to have to look into it. Okay, so again with the search. Now from this article, again, this was back in September that this article was released. And a question for mom I would have, is law enforcement still, in contact with you, weekly, daily, whatever it may be, or are they not even in contact with you? But from this article, it did say they remain in touch with law enforcement officials. That is the family who is still actively investigating the boy's disappearance. We have not had any presser from them for quite some time. Nothing on their Facebook. Nothing's been released for quite some time from them. So I think it is due for something. Now, officers did walk the pond near Sarg Hubbard each morning looking for signs of Lucian, and checked in with the family each day. Again, this article is a little bit older, so I do wonder what is the contact with family and law enforcement currently. Now, at the time, many family members were staying in hotels just to be near the park, where Lucian's mother says she can't stand to be far from the scene. And honestly, I don't know how a family can, a parent can function with one. This is the mom, Sandra. One, you have your child that goes missing, but then you also have two small children that you still need to be a mom to. I don't think I would be able to do that. I don't think I'd be able to do both, honestly. I can't imagine how hard that is, because one, you have to be strong for your child that's missing, and you have to be active and, search for your child. But then at the same time, you still have to manage and be a mom to two small children. That must be extremely difficult for any parent to have to do. And again, these are his parents right here. Yeah, he's been missing now for a little bit over 30 days now. Here's a quick little look at a screenshot. We'll look more closely once we get to Google Maps, but you can see right here is the park in the middle. And there is, right near the park, there is a pond. I'm not sure if that pond, I was looking at photos for it last night, and we'll look at it together in a little bit, but I'm not sure if that pond area, if you can fish right there. Maybe someone from the area can comment that, but it kind of looks like you can fish from right there from that pond. I'm not sure, but then we have the Yakima River, and that's a very fast-paced river. And we're going to look at a little video that someone uploaded of the river. And then you have another lake down here. So there's a lot of body of water near the park. And for him being on the, autism spectrum, and he loves, sea life. One of the first things I thought was, oh my God, this sweet child probably seen water, probably thought of sharks and whales, and, probably went to the water. But they have searched the water. And like they said in that news clip, law enforcement, they've had divers in the lake, and they had them in the water, and they are pretty confident with their search. But for me, that just doesn't really hold much weight because I'm coming from the Kylie Ronnie case, which we all know law enforcement searched that area of the water multiple times and they were really confident with it, and they, moved on from there. So I don't know. And then we find out, guess what? She was in the body of water where they actually searched and they were confident she wasn't in. So law enforcement stating that they've searched the water intensively. They believe he's not in there. That just really doesn't hold a lot of weight. I wish we can get another organization that specializes with, going and searching for, somebody missing, a human in the water. And unfortunately, AWP does not do that unless there's a vehicle. I know, right, Jen? So would I. My heart does break for the family also, Crazy Mama. But AWP does not search for bodies of water unless there's a vehicle. The family and people have reached out to them, and that has been their response. I'm looking at your guys' comments. Now it says, when we have the moment, that's when we call everyone over who's nearby. We pray every night for his safety and that we'll see him soon, said another one of Lucian's aunt, Angela. Now, Sandra says she can't begin to describe how grateful she is to have support of the family and the community. Now, at this time this article was written, it says the family appeared in the Sun Fair Parade on Saturday and plan to attend the Central Washington State Fair this week, again, when this article was written, as a way to reach more people in the community and continue to request help from volunteers. So the family has been extremely active with the search. Now, early on, there were speculation. And there were, I did see a post that somebody was stating that they went out to the search early on and the family wasn't even helping with the search. They were just sitting there and eating, But, I mean, a family still has to eat. People still have to eat. If your child is missing, I mean, you want to be in your best mindset. And if you're not eating or sleeping, I can't even imagine again what that's like. You're not going to be at your best. So I don't see a problem with them actually eating, but people always have something to say. But the family has been active even after law enforcement ended their search. They were out there still. And like I said, they're very active on the Facebook group. And I just read a comment yesterday from, I think it was the aunt. She said, if, people wanted to, pick up flyers to contact them and they can meet up. So they're still trying to put his name out there. The only thing I will say is I wish mom and dad would do more interviews with the news stations. We all know to continue to have his name out there and to really get it, nationally, you have to do interviews with the media. You just have to. And I think we need more of that from the parents because that's going to help with, spreading awareness. You guys can probably hear a plane going by. Rose with Thorns, you've had the comment up for a minute. Oh, let me take it off. Thank you. Rose, you already know how we roll here. You got to let me know, guys. AWP is working on new tech that is for searching for bodies without vehicle. It is very recent. They showed it recently, but I think it's still new tech they're learning. Oh, well, that's good, though. That is really good to know. Thank you for sharing that. And too bad they don't do it now. Simple Thing says, if he had his pacifier, that may be a clue to find him. I don't know if he had his pacifier the day they went to the park, to be honest with you. Simple Things. And then, hi, Possum Friend. I wonder if Need a Diver was contacted. They hand searched the ponds near Summer's disappearance. Oh, I don't know. But thank you for putting that. Let me write that in the name. So it's called If Need a Diver. I wonder, oh, Need a Diver is the organization they're called. I mean, like I said, law enforcement saying they searched it and they're confident with it doesn't really put too much weight for me. I'll check out that channel, Peach Jam. Thank you. And then again, thank you guys, everybody who is being here with me, just talking this case. I know. I always feel weird sharing my live streams in a group. I don't know. I did reach out to mom early on with the case because I did have questions. You know, like I said, because I did follow the case early on, so I did have some questions for her. She thanked me for reaching out, and she actually contacted me back right away. And she said that she would have someone, you know, contact me. They were extremely busy. No one ended up contacting me, which I understand they're just busy, and I never did just follow up with them. But, you know, I just had a little bit more questions about the timeline of everything. Now, a little bit more about Lucian, because I think for people to connect, I think it's good to let you guys know a little bit about him. He is a very independent child. His Aunt Bailey said he's just so content. Oh my gosh, another plane is flying by. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, another plane. I'm going to wait till it passes. Hey, Sandra, I haven't seen you in a good minute. How are you, my love? Good to see you. Okay, let me let it go by. Crazy says Jason with Need a Diver is an awesome dude. Okay, thank you guys. I will. Is that their name on Facebook? Can I find him on Facebook? I can easily message him and then maybe share the Facebook. I'll probably get in contact with the aunt and share that with her, because I know I've seen the aunt's name in that Facebook group quite often, so I can link them up if they haven't. I know, Possum Friend. I hate to think that, but that was the first thing I also thought too. They say, I hate to say it even, but the most likely scenario is the bodies of water. We have covered multiple cases before here regarding a child on the autism spectrum. And I think for the ones we've covered here, when they've gone missing, they were found in a body of water that was nearby, unfortunately. Let me take that comment off before. Okay, I'm going to, I'll reach out to them on Facebook. Thank you guys for sharing that with me. And then I can share, I'll share their information. I'll send a message to the aunt, because like I said, I know that aunt is pretty active in the group. I do see her name a lot in there, knowing now once I seen that video, that's her. So I'll reach out to them. Okay, so a little bit about Lucian. He's a very independent child. He's just content in being himself and knowing himself, his Aunt Bailey says. She said that's always been clear about him. The older he gets, I don't see anyone being able to bring him down. Now, again, he has, let me see another photo of him. I'll leave this one up for you guys. Now, again, he has beautiful dark hair, his aunt says, dark eyes that grow even darker with bags underneath when he's extremely tired. She says, you can just tell when he's played so hard, his Aunt Sarah Bailey said. Now, he loves being around his family, including his 2 siblings and many cousins, but mostly enjoys playing by himself. He doesn't understand hide and seek or other games, children games, his family says, but he loves to poke his cousins or other family members and say, I'm going to get you, before running away. He also loves the outdoors and playing outside. She says that's why we can still see him out there, living his best life, playing outside without the adults nearby. Now, also, he loves to swim. He loves, for the sea translation, he loves sea life, bodies of water, including pools, baths, and even puddles. He loves to swim, his mom says. For a 4-year-old, he knows how to swim. He knows how to swim underwater and come up for breath. Now, his Aunt Angela remembers a recent afternoon at Lucian's grandmother's house, which has a pool in the backyard for the kids, the grandkids, and they said that Lucian was so excited to show her he could swim. He's very, very brave. Getting him to leave the pool when it's time to go home is always a challenge, multiple family members recalled. His real meltdowns are when you try to leave the pool, said his Uncle Trevor. You have to pry him away. If he was not ready, it was not a good thing, they said. It's hard. We love to pick him up, and we just had to carry him away. Now, Lucian even loved puddles, according to his grandmother, Lori. He could be in a puddle this big, and it shows her, circling her hands, and he'd find it and play in it and come back all muddy. So it looks like no matter what, he loved the water. And it says he doesn't like the things other kids are into these days. He's grown up more like we grew up as kids. He wants to go outside, play in dirt, and get dirty. His mom, Sandra, said that's just fine with her because he also loves bath time. Now, even though he's not all into technology like other young kids, like most kids at that age, I feel like they're either glued to a phone or an iPad. Lucian does use virtual learning tools and listens to music, his family says. Now, when he uses the iPad, it's almost always for learning activities, which is how he has learned. You guys, check this out. He has learned the names of so many sea creatures, more than 50. Wow, that's a lot, according to his mom. Now, this fall, Lucian started a program for autistic children through Catholic Charities called Applied Behavior Analysts. It's a program that focuses on helping autistic children learn to communicate and develop social and learning skills, his mom said. So he had just started that program. Now, she said he attended the program for about 2 weeks before he went missing. One of the communication skills he picked up in that short amount of time was to point at his mouth when he's trying to speak or communicate, she says. That's something they use there, she says, and he was already catching on. He's such a quick learner, his mom, Sandra, says. Now, and although he doesn't often speak in a full sentence, he cannot carry on conversations, but he is able to communicate. His Aunt Amy and Sarah Bailey said he learned ways to let people know his needs the same way he learned the type of sea animals, by hearing something and repeating it. If he falls down and wants someone to ask if he's okay, he says, "Are you okay?" Because that's what he's heard other people say, Sarah said. If he's hungry, he asks, "Are you hungry?" His grandmother, Lori, said he also uses gestures for please and thank you. Excuse me. Other behaviors like bouncing shows that he's super excited or happy. She remembered one greeting from him that captured his boundless energy, she says. He came one day just running and he jumped in my arms and we both fell to the floor. Then he said, "Hiya, Gigi." Gigi is the name her grandkids call her. Oh my God, he's just too precious. I swear, when I read this, it just makes me so sad. He just seems like an amazing child. Now, Lucian is also sweet, his family says. He shows affection to his mom and some other family members by holding their face in his hands, but it's always on his terms, his mother says. Just like he spends much of his time playing independently, he also often doesn't want to be touched, she said. He'll walk up to me randomly, grab my face, and kiss me, his mother says. He sits on my lap or brings a blanket to tuck over both of us. but he is not super affectionate at all. She says, my daughter, she's likes to be held forever. With him, it's on his terms, his time. And I can totally relate to that because my 18-year-old, oh my gosh, she's super affectionate. She's always been that way, super loving. My younger one, she's complete opposite. If you try to give her a hug, she'll be like, oh, you're smothering me. No, she'll say no. But then when she comes up to you and she wants a hug, you have to give her a hug, and then she'll hug you really big and she'll say, I love you. But it's always like on her terms, complete opposite with my two. So I can relate to that. So it looks like he's not super affectionate all the time. Like the mom says, her daughter likes to be held forever. With him, it's on his terms. The first time he told her he loved her was before he turned 3, Sandra, the mom said. She remembers that moment so vividly. He walks up to me, puts his hands on my face, and says, Mommy, I love you, Mommy, she said, after I held him for as long as he'd let me. Oh my gosh. And that's a little bit about this amazing child. Sorry. Okay. So he sounds like an amazing kid. An amazing kid. Amazing, amazing kid. I want to show you guys the parents' interview. Let me grab that really quick for you guys. They've done what I've seen. One main interview. It's not that long, and I don't know why the reporter and the cameraman, when they recorded this interview, they showed the parents' face for like 2 seconds, I feel like, and then they just stopped showing their faces, and it just shows their body throughout the whole interview. But let me grab that really quick. And again, thank you guys for being here and just taking the time to learn a little bit and discuss this case of this amazing child. He's currently missing, went missing on September 10th from Yakima, Washington. He was at a park with his dad and his brother and sister. Law enforcement has stated they have surveillance of him walking away. Okay, I'm grabbing the video, you guys. So give me 1 second. Let me grab that for you.
Terrain, there is brush.
Or other police resources.
About Miss All right, let me share this with you guys really quick. This is going to be an older clip. I know it's muted, but it's because I hate hearing my own voice. So let me get to where it starts playing the video, and then and hey, Valerie, I seen you here. That's why I highlighted your comment. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so let's listen to this really quick. Let me unmute.
Dogs, drones, technology, or other police resources.
Right now, all of this is falling back on family, friends, and the community, and we need all the help that we can get.
From prayers, shares, and putting up flyers.
Just keep looking, because there's always a place you might not have, or house to house, or just kind of like passing out hand to hand, whoever you see out there.
To expanding the search past where police left off.
We are looking for experienced hikers and people that are searching the area, because there is tough terrain, there is brush and thick vegetation that needs to be looked through.
Wear good shoes, comfortable clothes, and make sure to check in with the family near the playground at Sarge Hubbard Park, and someone will lead you in the search.
You know, again, this is 4-year-old. We're not trying to, and this is the video I put up earlier, and I mean, a while back. I'm not trying to hear my own voice. Let me get to the parents' interview. And hey, allegedly with Brittany, yes, I know all these babies. This is, I'm not sure if you're aware of this case, but this happened on September 10th. He went missing from a park. His dad took him and his little sister and the older brother, who's 6, to the park, and he wandered off, and he has been, they cannot seem to find him. Let me mute this. Hold on. Let's see. I don't know about you guys. I cannot hear my own voice. I'm just trying to get to the parents' interview. Okay. Let's listen to the parents' interview. Again, this is his mom and dad. This is Sandra and Juan.
Lucian's parents. I'm his mom and this is his dad. We're just wanting Lucian to come home.
Sandra Munguia says it started with a trip Saturday evening to Sarge Hubbard Park. Lucian and his 6-year-old brother wanted to play.
They run down the hill a lot. That's their favorite thing to do, is run up and roll down.
And their 2-year-old daughter needed a diaper change, but Dad didn't go far.
He was in the car that was parked right in front of the toys where they were. And it was like, he's the fastest diaper changer in the world, you know, like, and that's all it takes is a blink of an eye.
Investigators say they believe Lucian left the playground alone, headed south and east. They don't suspect foul play, but the family says they don't think he's hiding.
He doesn't even get the concept of hide and seek.
He comes out before you find him.
He won't even go hide. He'll follow my son to go play hide and seek, and then he gives away my son.
Lucian has autism, but he isn't nonverbal.
His English is broken up. It's not full sentences, but he still talks. His name's Lucian. We call him Shushi. We call him Shushinato. Little.
Right now, family members need volunteers to help search for Lucian.
You guys are welcome to come and meet with us. Someone in our family will meet with you by the picnic tables.
Up by the toys.
Up by the toy area.
Park in the gravel down there by the sheriff's, or up here by the toys.
And if you see something, say something immediately.
Not 2 hours later, just take the second to drop what you're doing and call 911. If you have him, just drop him off where he's going to be found and just let him go. He wants to come home. My 2-year-old daughter misses him. My 6-year-old misses him. We miss him.
So I'm going to have to do the rest.
It's so sad. And then, hey, Levelhead, I believe they said you are covering this case, and I believe it is you that is going to do an interview with the mom. Okay, I want to show you guys the river really quick. Okay, so you can see this is the river that is right nearby where he would go missing. It's a very fast-paced moving river for sure. And I do want to look closely at Google Maps right now after this. Yes. Okay, is that going to be tomorrow, Levelhead? I'll definitely share that on my community. If if you have set up already. If not, once you have it set up, I can share it because I definitely want to watch that. So again, that would have been the lake that is nearby, the river nearby. As you can see, that's fast. Hey, Melissa Jade. I know, right? Crazy Mama. That's the river that is nearby. That's right. Let me see if I have a screenshot. There's also it leads, and there is a dam there too. When I'm at the Google Maps from it all. Okay, so that is the river that's right here. So again, the park is up here on the screen. There's that pond that's literally right next to the park. Like it's like there's that hill, and then there's the pond, and then the river, as you can see that I just showed you the video. It's right here. I'm not sure if you guys can see my mouse on screen. Let me show you guys a closer look. Let's go Google Maps. Levelhead says, I also have the sister on an interview with me. Is that already up? Okay, I'm definitely going to have to check that out. So thank you. Thank you for spreading awareness with this case. Mom will be on tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central. I'm doing thumbnail now, and I'll tag you in the description. Yes, please, can you? And then I'll share that on the community. So you guys, he's going to have on his channel Sandra the mom, and I think that's so good because that's going to help spread awareness. And then he also says he had the sister already on there, so I definitely want to check that out. So I'll be watching that later on today too. So thank you again so much for spreading awareness with this case. Not many people know about this case, and not many people are spreading it. I wish we can get like really huge creators to cover it. The only huge creator I seen cover it was Ikmal. But Ikmal covers freaking everything. That dude's awesome. I don't know how the hell he finds the time. All right, let me go to Google Maps so we can look at, let's go to Google Earth actually, and we can look closely. And again, if you pop in here and you decide you don't want to finish watching the stream, if you can just hit the like button on your way out, that does help with the algorithm. And all we're going to do today is spread awareness with this sweet child. Okay. Let me stop sharing this one. Allegedly, if you can, yes. You also go live often, so I don't know how you do it either, girl. But yeah, if you can, even if you share it on your community, if you want to do a video or live stream, I really would appreciate it. We need to get coverage with this case. Again, he's been missing for over 30 days, and law enforcement has stated they've searched the body of waters out there, and there's quite a few. But in my Kylie Rodney case, I don't take much weight into that, unfortunately. But someone was telling us in the chat, I'm sorry, whoever it was, there is an organization called Need a Diver. So I'm going to reach out to them and link them up with the aunt and see if they can help out, because I feel like we just need more eyes in that water. Okay, so we're going to go to the park where he would go missing, and then I'm going to go into some of the theories and speculation of this case with you guys now and give you guys my thoughts on it. All right, let me share my screen. And I'm doing really good with time. I'm proud of myself. Okay. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's move stuff around. And he loves the water. Loves the water. Bath time. He likes pools. He does know how to swim, his mom says. Puddles, anything that has to do with water. He loves water. He is on the autism spectrum. He is verbal. He just cannot say complete sentences or anything like that, but he can speak. extremely smart. He knows over, what is it, 50 sea animals? That's a lot. Okay, let's go here. Okay, so let me zoom in just a little. Let me zoom out first so I can show you guys a little bit. And hold on, because I have to look at this. You guys know how I am with it. Okay, so you guys see where the little might be blurry still on your end. I think it's trying to load. I'm seeing it trying to load on my end, but where, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll zoom in a bit, but the little red location, that's where the park is. So Sarg Hubbard Park is where he would go missing. As you can see, there's a pond to your left. That's right there where the park is. It's like, I think it's like part of the park. Again, I'm not sure if people, maybe Levelhead would know this. Can you fish at that pond, Levelhead? Do you know by any chance? I believe they searched, Jesus Christ, beyond like that ratio. I believe it was, I have to go back and look. I do have a screenshot to say how far they looked. So I'm going to wait till I look at that screenshot before I say exactly. All right. Thank you, Levelhead. I'm going to have to check it out. I don't know. I don't know why some cases get all the attention and some just don't get the attention. I don't know. I mean, I kind of know. I've said it before, but people get mad when I say it. You know. Melissa said, yesterday was actually the first time I even heard about this case from your community tab. So sad. Yeah, we just want to see if we can get more people to cover it. Yeah, I agree, Jen. We need more people, more specialists in that water. Britt, I'm still going. I'm still going. Breast cancer didn't kill me. It didn't take me. I'm still going. Don't know how long I have, but I'm still fucking going. I'm still thriving right now. I'm living my best life right now. Almost 44, so living my best life. And I seen someone pop into chat. Hold on, I gotta say hi to this person. Logan's mom's in the house. Hi, Logan's mom. I'm so glad you're here. She says she's watching football. Who's playing right now? Who are you watching, Logan's mom? I'm glad to see you here. Tell your hubby I said hello. Tell him the crazy fam said hello. Yes, crazy mama. And they're amazing with timelines and mapping and just organization. Oh my God, those girls are amazing with their research. So yeah, if they want to take a look at this case, I would love that. Oh, girl, I don't look 24, but I'll take that compliment. Thank you. All right, let's look at this map really quick. So this is the river, as you can see. And then there's another lake right here that's pretty big. Let's go down. Let's get our little dude us closer. Okay, let me zoom in a little. Let's see where we can go. I kind of want to go, let's go here to the water. Okay. You guys got your seatbelt on because you know how I drive. All right, let's take a look at this picture. See, I'm just wondering if they fish here. You can see deck right here. There's another photo. You're going to see people. It looks like they're sitting out right here in the next one I'll show you right now. So you can see the hill right here. And I believe the playground is going to be somewhere in this location here, if I'm not mistaken. But you can see these are the hills right here. So this is going to be the pond that's right next to the playground. Let me see if I can get on that other side. Let's see. Where can you get us, little dude? Where else can you get us? Let's try right here. Let's see, where is this taking us? Oh, perfect. This is the one I want to show you guys. Okay, so again, this is going to be the pond, you guys. So this is the pond that's right near the so look, this looks like all the parking, right? Yeah. As you can see a little family walking that hill. And this was saying, I wonder if people can like sit right here and fish. I don't know. But they have this little area right here. There's a bench right here. It seems like a pretty cool park, actually. I would like this park right here. You can see people right here. It looks like they're sitting right here. Someone's here. That's why I was just wondering if you can fish right here. Get a better light. This would be the closest one, I would think, to where he was. And again, the first thing I thought was, you know, he loves the water. And welcome, Linda, to the fam. You've already been part of the fam, so thank you for just supporting the channel. I appreciate you. But, you know, he is on the autism spectrum, so the first thing I thought was, you know, the water that is nearby. And this one seems to be the closest to where he would have been able to access, I think, because it's right over the hill. And you can see it's pretty search for this pond. And we heard from the aunt in the beginning, she did say that unless they drain the pond, there's certain, she said, I believe that, you know, he's not in the water with the searching they've done, but unless, I think she said something, unless they drain the pond, they can't be 100% or something like that, the aunt had said. Yeah, the FBI has searched the pond. What about the river? What's going on with the search for the river? I know the pond has been searched intensively, but like I said before, I'm coming from the Kylie Ronnie case, and I just don't take much weight into anybody saying, law enforcement saying they've searched it and they're confident, because they said that about Kylie Ronnie, and guess what? She was where they said they searched intensively. So I don't know. I still have my questions. I still feel like we need more people in there. Thank you, allegedly, with Britt. Okay, so let's look. So this is the pond, you guys, that's right near there. So again, let me let you guys see this part of the park. So you see the hills, all right? So you can see the hills, see the little benches where people, for like when you're barbecuing or whatever, having a birthday party. There's another one, I believe, right here. So let's go to where the playground would be. All right. Yes, let's go right here. We'll go right here. All right, buckle up. Excuse me, guys. I did see someone talk about that, and let me go to my phone really quick for your answer. I might have it on my computer already, but someone had shared in the group. I know there are specific laws, but there are 5 sex offenders within a 1 mile radius of the park that he disappeared from. So that's just 1 mile radius though. And okay, so this is the numbers I was thinking of. So I seen law enforcement looked into a 2 mile radius for sex offenders for this case. I did see that also in the group, but for a 1 mile radius, they said that there are 5 sex offenders within that area of where he went missing. I know, unfortunately, they, Brittany, that is, I said this before and on the live though, the family people have reached out to AWP for this case, but their response basically was they do not, you know, unless a vehicle is involved, they don't search, you know, for just a missing person that might be in the water. It has to have a vehicle, unfortunately, but they have been reached out for this case. But we're going to look into other ones. People have dropped some names here today, so I am going to message, I'm definitely messaging Need a Diver, and I will share that with the family, and hopefully they can get out there, because I just feel like, I don't know. another search wouldn't hurt, I feel like. What is the program that I'm using? This is Google Earth. I want to use it for the homeless. This is Google Earth. The only thing with Google Earth, it doesn't, like with Google Maps, you can do directions and see the distance and time and, all of that stuff. With Google Earth, I don't think you can do that, but it's really good to just look at the, everything for it. There is, staff says there is a homeless camp south. Has Ali searched it? I believe they did talk to some homeless people, and I did hear early on, and I don't know if this was, legit or not, so take this with a grain of salt. I did see this shared in the Facebook group, but I did see that allegedly when law enforcement was initially there searching, I did see some comments from people saying that, there were some, homeless people that were angry that that law enforcement was there and actually like yelling at them, allegedly. Not sure if that was true, but there is, it is a park. We know like homeless people do hang out at the park. So yes, thank you, Linda. This happened in Yakima, Washington. And there is a homeless camp that does hang out near this park. Let's see, where am I here? Okay, so that's the playground. Let me just turn a little. Hold on. Okay, so this is where the hill is related earlier from where we were looking at the pond. So the pond is going to be after, because you can see the water gushing up here. That is where the pond is. I don't know why I was like, oh, a sprinkler. So the pond is right after this hill. And remember, in the mom's interview, the statement she stated that, you can see like this is where you'll leave the park right here. I'm trying to see if there's any. We've heard that the cameras for the park, we heard they weren't working. Someone stated that earlier in the chat today. But again, law enforcement does have, let me get a little closer, does have a surveillance of him walking away from the park alone. Okay, so this is the parking structure. So again, story is dad parked right in front of the playground. So this is not a big playground, you guys. It's a small playground right here. You can see there's a bench here. I don't see any barbecue grills here. Maybe there is, but we can't see them. You see the benches. Parents hang out right here. You can see probably the bathroom area, I'm assuming. But the dad's story, the story is that dad parked right in front of the ground, and the two boys, so Lucian and his brother, I believe the brother is 6, love playing on hills. The mom love and climbing the hill and rolling hill. And sometime in the sequence of events, when we're here, the little had to be changed. Her diaper, dad would go in his vehicle, change the diaper. He gets out, and apparently Lucian is just gone. They did he searched for about 15 minutes. Again, I'm not sure. This would have been about 7:15 p.m. October 10th. What day is that? Does anyone know? Let's see. Is that a weekend? Let me look at my calendar. Let's see. What day is that? Let's see. Let's go to month. So September 10th would have been a Saturday. Okay, so Saturday around 7:15. They're at the park. They notice him missing, and he searches for him for about 15 minutes before law enforcement would be called. So I don't know. I mean, the question of, if you think of the timeline, the mom says the dad changes the baby really fast. He goes in the car, changes the diaper, and then when he comes out, Lucian is just gone, and he's just vanished, nowhere to be found. And I don't know how long actually in reality dad was in the car. I don't know that. I know mom says he was in there. He just changed the diaper and he came out, but I really don't know how long that actually took. But, and also I don't know what 6-year-old brother has said, you know, what direction did Lucian go? What, you know, I don't know. He's 6, so he can answer some questions at 6. I know that. Yeah, and he's just gone. He's just gone. Law enforcement does say though they have, because I know when you just hear that, you know, you think, did the parents do something? Did the dad do something? But law enforcement says they have surveillance of him walking away from this playground southeast and going towards the body of water. All I know about the homeless people is that there is a camp that is near the park, and that a rumor was they were upset that, you know, that law enforcement was there searching. I guess one of them was yelling. Allegedly, this was, again, I seen this in the Facebook group. Someone was saying this, that they were upset over it, that they were there searching. But again, some of the theories for this is that someone from the homeless camp actually seen him and took him. That is one of the theories out there with this case, that somebody from the homeless camp seen him alone, since we know he was alone. Law enforcement says they see him walking alone. One of the theories is that someone from that homeless camp actually took him. Cameras don't work, and Ellie did not have any footage. The guy made a mistake. So did the guy make a mistake, Levelhead? Did law enforcement ever come out and say that? Because the only thing I've seen them say is that they had surveillance. And I know the family was saying cameras weren't working. But again, from other cases, you know, we know law enforcement doesn't tell the family everything. Excuse me. So I need to see, hold on. So I need to see law enforcement making that statement. Did they ever come out and make a statement? So Level-Headed says, crazy mama, yes. That's what law enforcement has told the family. So law enforcement said the cameras weren't working. I'm assuming you're referring to this comment, Level-Head. But I'm saying, did law enforcement make a statement saying they're taking back their original statement that they had cameras, because they say it on the presser. They have surveillance of him walking away. And I have that on that video. So did they come back and redact that information and say, you know what, we were wrong, we don't have surveillance? Because if so, I will need to find that statement from them, because I have not seen that. So I need to make sure, because that could change some of my theory then if that is the case. But I need to make sure it is not just word of mouth, like law enforcement actually said, we redact that. We were mistaken. It wasn't him. Let me see what he says. Because I'm going to play it. Now I'm going to play with him when he says it. So let me see what Lowhead says. I'm going to wait for him to respond. Yeah, Phil, Dr. Phil. I'm trying to see if Levelhead heard my question. Because I'm going to play when law enforcement says, I want you guys to hear it. They say they have surveillance. So now that's kind of strange that they come back, but I haven't seen anywhere where they redact it. I know, Brittany, hold on. But I haven't seen anywhere where they come out and redact that. That's what I'm asking. Did law enforcement actually say this, or are we going with something said in the Facebook group? I just got to make sure. Hold on, I'm pulling up the his law enforcement's presser where he says it. Hold on. Okay, let me see. I think it's here. Okay, I'm going to play this for you guys really quick. Let's see what he has to say. Hold on. Let me stop sharing this one. Well, I will be honest, I haven't really spent much time looking into the family's background because I believed law enforcement. I believe law enforcement when they make the comment that they had surveillance. They support the family 100%, and they say they have surveillance. But now we're learning possibly they're going to read they don't have surveillance. So hold on. Let me see what Levelhead says. Hold on. Levelhead says, I'm trying to do two things at once and my screen is kind of too big. Hold on, let me make something smaller. Give me a second so I can still see your guys' comments. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, so Levelhead, oops. Sorry, guys. Levelhead says they told the family that recently on the interview I did with them on Wednesday. You can play it. Okay. Do you let me play this and then I will go to your channel. Can you put I do have a Facebook. If someone wants to link my Facebook group, that's how you can reach me. Actually, Jesse, you can just type up Crazy Crime Chick on there and you can find me on there. I also have an email too if you want to reach me on email. I'm not as good as email replying back. I struggle with that, to be honest with you guys, but I'm pretty good with Facebook though. So if you want to reach out to me, just look up Crazy Crime Chick. I'm not logged in right now from there. So just so you know, if you message me immediately right now, I won't see it. Let me play this really quick. You guys can hear it? Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh. Why do I always do that shit? Sorry. Hold on. Levelhead, I just typed in the chat. Can you put the title of the video from your channel you want me to play so I know which one it is, please? Okay, let me try this again. Hold on. Stop sharing. Good thing I was looking at chat. Okay, let's try this again. I'm so notorious for that. I swear. I'm always either talking to you guys on mute or playing something on mute. Okay, hold on. Let's try this again. Okay, Levelhead. Let me play this because I do want people to hear him saying this, because if they're mistaken, that's ridiculous. I felt like. Sorry for screaming, girl. You need to scream to get my attention.
Report it missing. Let's take a listen to that.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit about where we're at and what resources you guys are utilizing right now?
So we're almost 2 days in. We have resources that have come from all over the state. We're extremely lucky that we have so many highly trained and talented volunteers. Some folks who have spent enormous amounts of money on their own equipment are here. Today we had, I've never heard of such a thing, but we have underwater drones, which can go into the lakes. And one of the nice things about that technology is it can work a pattern because it doesn't get tired and doesn't run out of air. But so far, no luck. We have no real news to report. We don't know where Lucian is. We continue to ask folks if they have any information to send those tips to us so that we could follow up on that. I do want to say, Emily, that we have no indication of foul play. We've had detectives out here almost 2 days now. They have done a lot of searching on their own, not the kind of searching that the search and rescue does, but talking to people, witnesses, looking for video. I don't want to get too deep into what we have seen or what we know, but really good, strong indications are that he moved to the south and to the east. Unfortunately, that's where some big bodies of water are. We also have a fast flowing river. There's not an indication that he went west. We have resources that have come from all over the state. We're extremely lucky that we have so many highly trained and talented volunteers. Some folks who have spent enormous amounts of money on their own equipment are here. Today we had, I've never heard of such a thing, but we have underwater drones, which can go into the lakes. And one of the nice things about that technology is it can work a pattern because it doesn't get tired and doesn't run out of air. But so far, no luck. We have no real news to report. We don't know where Lucian is. We continue to ask folks if they have any information to send those tips to us so that we could follow up on that. I do want to say, Emily, that we have no indication of foul play. We've had detectives out here almost 2 days now. They have done a lot of searching on their own, not the kind of searching that the search and rescue does, but talking to people, witnesses, looking for video. I don't want to get too deep into what we have seen or what we know, but really good, strong indications are that he moved to the south and to the east. Unfortunately, that's where some big bodies of water are. We also have a fast flowing river. There's not an indication that he went west. So I know a lot of folks are concerned about maybe he got picked up or went into Walmart. All of those things are possible. I can't rule anything out. We won't rule anything out. So any leads that we get in any direction, we will follow. But we also have to go with what we know. And so far, what we know is that this is a child who ran from his parents, went south into the east, and there has just been an incredible search looking for him. One of the things I will mention is it's pretty impressive. One of the reasons we asked folks not to appear originally to come out was that all of the searchers have GPS on them. So you can see the track of exactly where they were, and then the map overlays, and it gives us a really good idea of what has been and what has not been searched. We've also, of course, been looking for articles of clothing, footprints, things like that. So up until now, we really didn't want to have people that might be contaminating that, also making it difficult for the dogs. So as we move forward, we will certainly provide more information. We will continue to communicate with the public in any way we can.
How big an area are you guys searching right now?
So we've gone south almost to Union Gap, and the search area to the north looks like it's going to be about Sela. It's enormous, and there are a lot of heavy brush. There's not only lakes and rivers, but there's canals and ditches and mud, and I mean there's a lot of area to search. But I can tell you from looking at the grid, they've done it several times. They've now done the same area several times. Does that mean that we could have missed him? Of course. It's too big an area. There's too many places for a little 4-year-old to be to say for certain that we have or have not been able to find him. What I do know is you can tell around me, these people are very determined and they work hard. They're highly trained, and they've been going at this since almost 2 days ago.
Are you guys to the point yet of accepting people to come in and volunteer or not yet?
We're not, but we will make that announcement when the time is good. What we would have to do is decide that at that point, this specialty training is not going to lend to finding him. And then it's going to be more, how many people can we get to look at every bush? So we will make that plea at some point, but not right now.
How many personnel approximately?
We'll get that number for you, but it's well over 100. It's a big effort.
And do you know who brought the underwater drone?
It was a volunteer. I think he's with Pierce County, but I don't know for a fact.
Do you know how many different agencies?
I don't, but we will work on getting all that information. We're trying to get a list of what assets we've used and who all came to help. Even the federal government and the military has come. I can't say people haven't tried to help, because they are helping.
How is the weather impacting what you've been able to do?
Today's been rainy, a little cooler. Luckily, it's not really cold. You know, we're not in deep fall or winter yet, but it does make it more difficult. It certainly affects scent, things like that. It's harder on the equipment. Can't all go out in the rain. So, but you know, when we have a free minute like this, we'll use it.
Is there anything that people can do to help other than, you know, share the Facebook post or things like that? Can they bring donations? Can they, I know someone was saying to bring blankets or toys or something for search and rescue people to leave around?
So I've had some people ask me, but I kind of gave that to the church community. So I think there is an effort underway. I'm not exactly sure who is leading that. I talked to Councilperson Byers and Councilperson Cousins. They may know. The folks at the vigil last night may have some information. I'm sure this family has some needs. It would be fantastic if the community stepped up. While talking about the family, I will say, Emily, these folks are going through a nightmare. You know, they're having a situation that no one would ever want to face. So I would just ask the community to be kind, including on social media. Don't push send if it's mean. There's no point, right? We don't need to be doing that right now. I think we should be known for a community that supports one another, and our goal and their goal is to find this child, right? Today is not the day to blame or to try to make people feel bad. What we're trying to do is come to a successful conclusion. I hope that's the kind of community we are. It's certainly the kind of police department we are. So I would ask folks to think about that.
I know you had mentioned that the father was looking and the father called in to report the kid missing. I was wondering, I had talked to the dad a little bit yesterday, not on camera, but about kind of what happened. But I was wondering, is there anything else you can release about, you know, what he said as far as, you know?
I'm going to be careful what I say, but I will tell you that we have evidence that validates much of what he said to us. So I will say again, there is no indication at this point of foul play on anyone's part. Could that change? Of course it could change. But everything we're seeing leads us to believe that this is a child with autism who ran. And 4-year-old child running from parents. I had 6 kids. I can tell you that happens. So I would really hope that we are sympathetic and understanding for these poor folks who are going through this terrible situation.
Anything else you want to add?
Now, the sheriff did say that they agreed to begin scaling back on.
Hold on, I was typing really fast what he said. So he says they have evidence. Everything they are seeing, that it is a child who was running from his parents. Hold on, I want to see something. And I played it where he says they have video surveillance. I don't think I have it down here. Let me see what this says. Hold on, guys. Okay, I don't have it on here. Okay, I'm gonna go to Level Head's his channel. Let me look that up, you guys. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me search up Level Headed. And Jesse, did you reach out? Yes. Okay, let me see. I'm going on there from my phone ring. Give me a second. All right. Can one of my mods, if you guys haven't already, drop Level Headed channel for me, please, you guys? Let's support him. He is covering this case. He says he's let me see. Level Headed, are you here? Is it going to be exclusive urgent family plea missing? Do you have a timestamp with that one? Let me see what he says. Yes, thank you, Jesse Cribb. You're the best. Okay, so let me see. Oh, I'm getting your message, I think, now, Jesse. Hold on. Why isn't it opening? Oh, message request. All right, I'm getting your message now. Okay. Do you have a timestamp though? I think it's towards the beginning. Okay. Let me see. And this would be, because I'm not going to play all your video. I want my channel to go there and support you and watch it, give you the views for it. So you guys make sure you guys, let me get to the beginning. Let's see. And is this going to be with the sister you said, and she addresses it? Let me see. Hold on. Okay. All right. Let me share my screen really quick. So we'll take a listen to a little bit of this where the family seems to say they actually don't have surveillance of him walking away. And law enforcement has never came out and redacted that statement publicly. So I'm really bothered if this is okay. Let me play this really quick. Hold on.
Talk about Lucian here a little bit. I see there's a reward fund. Lucian went missing on September 10th, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I wanted to make sure I didn't make a mistake. I jumped right from Michael Vaughn into Lucian, and I didn't want to make a mistake here. So search efforts are still, you guys are still searching. I know because it is an active investigation, you can't say everything.
Yeah.
I know you guys have been working hard. And if I ask you any questions that you can't answer, I want Lucian to be safe. So if I ask something, just say we can't talk about that, or we'll move on to something else.
Okay.
I want to thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
I covered some stuff yesterday. Is there anything that you want the public to know that is disheartening, or what you need help with?
We need help with a lot of help with sending his story into news outlets and news stations. The more and more people who are like sending in these stories, the more likely these news stations are willing to cover it. We have it on a list of news stations for at least Washington State on our Finding Lucian Facebook page. But sending stories into CNN, Fox News, ABC News, MSNBC, all of those big news stations, the more people we have sending those to them, the more likely he is going to get that national coverage.
Yes. I did send you some stuff, and I know you guys have been busy. Definitely reach out, and I will get the masses of people to start hitting up some of the bigger news media outlets as well. And the one person that I sent to you guys, I will follow up with a message, and plus the contact that was in contact with them before, I will have her do a follow up with her as well.
Yeah,
so
that we finished contacting all of those resources you sent in today.
Okay. Good. That's a good start, because there's a lot of criteria there, but they have a lot of awareness, information and stuff to keep his picture out there and keep him in front of media. Can you explain who the people are up there with you for everyone? This is Sarah and Amy. They are the sisters of Sandra, Sandra is Lucian's mother. I believe I'm correct when I say that. I haven't known them for very long. They were kind enough to come up here and kind of explain some things. Is the search still at the park?
We are
I
not.
did this one now because I said it starts at the park and you got to filter out from the park. That is why I did the thumbnail this way. You're still at the park searching?
No, we are not at the park searching anymore.
Okay.
There's been some safety concerns for volunteers and for our family. So we are now at a different location. A lot of volunteers are not very many volunteers are coming out anymore. But whenever somebody messages us or asks us to that they are willing to come out and do a search or willing to get flyers, that's usually the place that we meet them. However, we searched the park pretty thoroughly within the first week of Lucian being there. The reason why we'd had people keep coming to the park is because we would have them come to the park. We had a whole system going, so we had really detailed maps so that we could send volunteers to other areas within Yakima to go search.
Okay, good. I guess I know that the FBI searched the one lake. I guess a lot of questions from people is if they searched the Buchanan Lake, which is behind it. Do you guys, and you don't have to say if you know if it's, I was told by some people that they did search it, some people that they didn't. Do you guys?
They did search.
They did search it.
We've had several dive teams search it. I think 3. Each of them going. It's a pretty deep lake. Yeah. It's a man-made lake as well, so it has a lot of debris. It has a large. I don't know if you've seen the video of the divers' GoPro footage. There's a lot of trees and logs and a lot of things that would get caught there. So they didn't need to go very deep. They told us that if him or anyone was to go into the lake, they wouldn't make it past a certain point because of how much debris is down there. So between the 3 dive teams, all 3 of them told us that they do not believe that he could be in Buchanan.
Okay. So obviously I've been following this from the beginning. Lucian, let's talk about who Lucian is. So I brought up the nonverbal autistic earlier on, and I was like, does that mean that he can't speak, that he can speak? Can he hold a conversation? Can't he? I've seen some videos and stuff. What I take from it, and I don't know because I've never been around him, but from what I see and observe is that he can speak. And what I've gathered from some people is that it means that he just can't hold a conversation, right? That he's not going to start a conversation.
Yeah, if you don't know him, you wouldn't know the way that he communicates. The way he says sentences would confuse someone, not knowing what they're talking about if you didn't know him. So to a stranger, they just wouldn't be able to communicate with him. He also wouldn't go up to a stranger if, say someone has him and they were in public, he wouldn't go up and tell someone that he needs help.
He also wouldn't go up, if somebody came up to him and asked him if he needed help, he wouldn't be able to communicate that. He, in terms of actual communication, he is considered nonverbal. He was in school before his disappearance, where he was on the track of becoming verbal. He can say words, he can say phrases, and he can say certain terms ocean. The ocean is a big thing that he's really into. He can probably name 25 different species of fish. However, he wouldn't be able to tell you about the fish. The big thing about making it come across that he is nonverbal is because if he was out in public, he would not know how to ask for help. He wouldn't come up, and if you were to be like, oh, hey, little boy, what's your name? He wouldn't be like, my name is Lucian. He wouldn't be able to tell you that he's not, he might say mommy, daddy, but if he's with somebody that's a woman or a male, those people are going to think that that's mommy or daddy. He won't be able to communicate past certain points.
Yeah, I saw in one video where he did really, really good with counting too. So the repetition and stuff, there are certain things that he's very good at doing, especially when he's around people that he knows and he's comfortable with doing it, which is good as well. The other ponds, the little marshes there, they went in depth, and I don't think they're very deep. but the little marshes at the ponds were searched too.
Are you talking about like there's little areas that have like the 4 ponds and things like that?
Yeah, they call them like little swamps, or it's like where the water drains. If it rains there, the water drains into them.
Yes. All of the surrounding areas that he could have gotten into has been searched. The sheriff's office just sent another boat down the river because of the water being lower. As well as we had a kayaking group go down the river again yesterday as well. For the most part, they don't think that he's in any lake or pond in the area. They haven't completely ruled out the river just because of how high the water was this year. It's still getting lower and lower. The more and more time that goes by that he's not found along like a river edge, the less and less likely it is that he's in there.
And don't be afraid. If I say something in past tense, I won't get offended. Sometimes I don't think before I speak. So just correct me, just so you know, because it's hard for me sometimes to do that. Let's get into the river. So I kind of know the area. I've had some locals that are very concerned about Lucian and want to help to find him. And I've taken videos for me. I'm in Illinois. I'm not anywhere close to Washington. And would Lucian climb down like rocks in order to get into the river?
I wouldn't rule it out as a possibility just because of how adventurous of a child he is. However, if he was to have, we tried going down those same rocks just to check those, like the river edge, and it was difficult for us to do that. He would have absolutely fallen. There would have been blood on one of the rocks.
Lost a shoe.
Yeah, he would have lost his shoe. He was in shorts and so if he would have fallen, he most likely would have scuffed a knee.
The shoes were Velcro. They would have came off easily.
Yeah, so we don't think that he would have gone, especially if he was to fall. He most likely would have like climbed back up because it would have been the easiest way. But we didn't rule that out as a no because he is a very adventurous little boy.
Well, and he likes water. I saw the pictures of him playing in the pool, and he loves water. So
yeah.
I am a big believer in not bashing police, but holding them accountable for what they are doing and helping. I don't know because I'm not there in the situation. There was one, I'm trying to clear up this if he was seen on camera or not. I'll just be blunt with it. I understand the integrity of the case. If he was on there, they are not showing the family. I don't know if it's something you want to speak on, but he did say in a video that they do have solid proof that he was there at the park. And I'm not saying that he was not there. What I'm saying is that I did go and look for video cameras in one of my lives, and I just sure hope that they were working. I mean, it would help everybody.
Yeah, the video camera that was at Sarge Hubbard, it's on like a little trolley that's up at the park. That camera is not up and working. If it was, it would have made a lot of things more clear. I did just have another meeting today with one of the sheriffs, one of the lieutenants at the sheriff's office. And then we've also talked to the police department, our detectives on the case. The person who said that there was a video was the chief of the police for Yakima Police Department. And we have been reassured over and over again that there is no video of Lucian. What the video shows is the way that it's angled. It's off of like this, it's like a fruit company that's kind of by the park. The way that it was, if Lucian was to have gone that way, it would have caught him on camera. The fact that it did not catch him on camera, the police are able to say that he did go the opposite direction. We've been reassured over and over by the detectives again. They said the chief of the police hasn't really been involved in his investigation. He's more of just the face of the police department. So he did not have his facts straight with that part. We have been reassured though by YPD and the sheriff's office that there is no video that shows Lucian on camera. It's the lack of him being on camera that they were able to determine that.
Okay.
I am so glad I'm not on camera for this. I'm literally shook right now. I am so upset that what they put out, what law enforcement originally put out, they had him on camera. They had him walking away. You read all the articles, you guys. Every single article is going to tell you he is seen captured on surveillance walking across the parking lot, going towards the river. And knowing that that information was not accurate, it was not true, is mind-blowing because one, law enforcement has never come out publicly to fix that, redact it, and say, you know what, we were mistaken. We actually don't have them. So who do they even have a little boy walking? Like, I mean, you just heard him say when I played the video earlier of him, we have the chief saying that they have evidence and everything that they have seen is a child running from his parents. Makes you believe based off of that they have surveillance of Lucian running from his parent. And to know there is no actual video, I am so heated. I am so upset. They need to address this and make this right because we are all believing, I'm putting out to my viewers, to you guys, that there is video of him out there because that's what we have been told by law enforcement. And now we're hearing, no, that is incorrect. That is bullshit. Such bullshit. So there's no video of him anymore. So now I don't know what I think anymore with this case. I need to digress all of this, to be honest with you. I don't know what I think anymore with this. There is no video of him there. So now, yikes. I don't know now. Now everybody's on the table for me here. I'm going to be honest with you. I know a lot of you are going to be mad at me, but you guys know me. Oh, man. Wow. I need to digress all of this. I need to digress all of this, and I need to listen to this interview all in entirety. So you guys, make sure you guys head over to Level Headed. I'm not going to play any more of this live stream. I want him to get the views for it. He did a great job by getting the aunts on here, the aunties on here. These are Sandra's sisters, I believe they stated in the beginning. He's also going to have tomorrow, I believe, Sandra, the mother, on. So I need to just digress this. We're going to have to do a part 2 to this live stream. I need to think about all of this and start looking at other avenues with this, because I always believe there was surveillance of him walking out. So my theory has always been possibly that, did someone from that, homeless campground, take him? Did, predators, they hang out where kids hang out. We know that. So park would be a number one spot for them to be, right? Did a predator just happen to see Lucian walking alone, see him by himself and take him? That's something I've always just thought were with my theories. But now knowing there is no surveillance of him walking away, I need to think about this. I really do. I need to digress this off. The sisters and Sandra, the mother, will be tomorrow. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Levelhead. And again, you guys, show him some support. Head on over there, subscribe to his channel. Watch the rest of this. I have to wrap up this live stream. We are leaving to the fair at 2:30. It is 12:30. So I need to get my household in order, get all the girls ready, make sure they're ready to go. I need to finish getting ready. So I'm going to be thinking about this the whole time at the fair. I'm so pissed. I'm going to message them. I'm messaging them on Facebook, Ali, and I'm going to ask them about this because this needs to be put out. This needs to be corrected. This is freaking ridiculous that we have incorrect information about this case that doesn't even have a lot of attention. And great, the information we're putting out with this is not even correct. Good job, law enforcement. Good job. I heard there was a party, and I don't know if that was just rumored, a party that was going on. I know on this day, oh my God, I'm so upset. Also, there was a boy in the park taking pictures of little girls that day and at Walmart. Oh my gosh. TJ says, I know they showed a still of him on video. From that day, I've never seen that, TJ. So if you've seen that, please let us know where so we can check out, but I've never seen that. They've never released any surveillance of him from that day. They just told us there was, video of him walking away. And based off what the chief said, he made it seem like they had surveillance of him running away from his parent. Fucking bullshit. Ridiculous. Wow. All right, you guys. So I'm going to wrap this up. And no, TJ, if you find it, you can email it to me, but I'm going to think you're probably thinking of a different case, to be honest with you. It's not going to be this case. I'm almost going to guarantee you it. Yeah, if you have it, you can also message Levelheaded, or you can email me and I can send it to him. Levelheaded, do you have an email? Maybe you can share that with us in the chat. Crazy Mama, I don't even know if I'm going to have a good time, to be honest with you. I am really bothered by this. I am really upset over this information we're learning that we just heard from the aunties. I can't believe this shit. I'm going to be thinking about it. I'm going to be talking about this to my family the whole day. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, stop. Oh my gosh. I'm going to wait for Levelheaded to see if he has an email so he can share it so we have a way of contacting him. I'm also going to still contact Nita Diver, and I'm definitely hitting up, yes, true. Okay. Is it LEVID? Or is it you're missing? Oh, okay. So if you guys want to reach out to Levelheaded, he does have an email. It's on his about section. So TJ, if you do find anything, a still shot, you can email Levelheaded. You can also email me. My email is also on my about section. And one of my mods had shared it earlier throughout this. So, and then thank you, Scott. I didn't see you come in. Scott, that is, again, going to be Levelheaded's channel. And again, thank you so much, Levelheaded, for being here and sharing this information with me, because I would have been here telling my viewers, going based off what Ellie said. Wow. Ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you guys, again, thank you guys all for being here. Let me take that off the screen. And let me take the banner off. Let me stop sharing that. We're going to have to do a part 2 to this. I need to finish watching that interview with the aunties. And I do want to just show his photo one more time so you guys remember why we're here. Continue sharing his name, his face, his story. Please share his story out on all your social media outlets. Share this out on your Facebook groups. I know Gabby Petito's Facebook group is really good. It's huge, those Facebook groups, and they're really good at allowing other cases being shared there, because obviously the Gabby Petito, she's been found and all of that stuff. There's been closure somewhat for that, even though some believe Brian Laundrie is still alive. Don't get Scott started. But let's just continue sharing his name, his photo, and everything. And I just want to thank every single one of you that were here today, taking the time away from your family and loved ones to learn about this child, this adorable little 4-year-old who just had a birthday pass. He would have been turning 5 again. I just feel weird saying he's 5 now because he wasn't actually here for it. So we don't know what happened to him. So again, continue sharing his name. And until the next live stream, thank you guys all for being here once again. And I will talk to you guys all very, very soon. Bye, guys. Have a good Sunday.